Hey everyone, Draco Magnius here for another episode of Let's Play Virtue's Last Reward. In the last episode, we learned that Luna might be, and probably is, a golem. And after this realization, we made a mad dash back to the AB room so that we could, vote and not die. And Luna was there, which made me have a moral dilemma for a bit. But I chose ally. So in this episode, let's see if my heart has screwed over my brain.
Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
I's gonna be pissed.
Hey,
We're terrified.
Sigma, are you insane? Why the hell did you choose ally?
Wait. We can talk about that later. Right now. She's gone. Where'd she go?
That's odd. We came out the moment the gates opened. There's no way she could have left already.
Then... there it was. I thought so. She didn't pick it up. Without the bracelet, she couldn't have voted.
Then she let the system vote ally for her?
Results from round 3 of the Ambidex
Oh, thank
game
God my heart was in the
will
right
now
place.
be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
I mean, I suppose in theory she could have picked up the bracelet, gone in, thrown it out, and it magically landed right back where it was before, but I doubt that's the case. Right, the results!
Yeah.
That was a horrible read. I apologize for that one.
Let's go have a look.
Oh, right, she's the only other person. Well. Well, they're all dead because, well, they were dead anyway. There was no... Still really jarring to see those pink skulls, though. But hey, we all get to leave.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Since Luna didn't vote, she got set to ally automatically. And the other 6 got penalized. Here are some more AP game rules for you! Not voting is not an option. If both parties refuse to vote, then everybody gets penalized. In other words, one person out of every color group of 3 has to vote. Then again, 5 of them are already dead. We don't know where Quark is, but his bracelet's already off.
Yeah. That means all those penalties are meaningless.
Yeah.
Why did Luna show up then? I mean, we've got our 9 BP now, but... Alright.
Well, we gotta find Quark, so we might as well do that and get him out of here. No bracelet means no problem. So we all get the fuck out.
What do you want to do, Sigma? Do you want to leave?
What? You're kidding, right? Weren't you the one who kept going on about how Quark's still alive? I can't just run off and leave him here.
You sure?
Yeah.
Well, that's a relief. I was hoping you'd say that. Now let's get moving. We need to find Quark.
And Luna too, right?
Luna.
There's gonna be an awkward conversation for us, isn't it? So, Luna, Gollum, huh?
The ambidex
That's
gates
weird.
have closed.
What do you want to leave?
Round 4 of the ambidex game will be the star round. Star keys are required to open the gates.
Didn't we already have star keys? Vi and I checked our bracelets, out of sheer reflex. I was a magenta pair, just like before, but Vi had changed to a red solo. Didn't really matter, though. Both of our bracelets showed the number 9. All we had to do was open the number 9 door, and we'd have to fumble, and we'd never have to play another AB game again.
Alright, Quark comes first. Let's go.
She spun around and headed for the cyan door. I followed on her heels. Well, the security room at the very least, we could... Oh, I guess we didn't do that. I was gonna say we could look around through the cameras to see if anything was around, but... Alright, we tried that before, didn't we? We didn't really gain much from it.
Sigma, there's something I want to ask you.
What is it?
There are 3 doors here. You, Alice, and Luna went through the one on the right. That took you to the Golem Bay, correct?
Indeed. Yeah. According to the map, that's the door on the bottom. There's a lever on that thing in the middle, right? We pulled it, but it only opened one of the doors. What about it?
Take a look. See the lock?
Open?
Yeah.
Then who the hell opened it? And how?
There's only one person who could have opened it.
Luna.
Alright, let's head in.
Okay. What the heck are these things?
I think they're treatment pods of some sort.
Whatman pods? Even as I spoke, part of me knew what they were. I didn't know how or why, but I felt a strong sense of deja vu when I looked at them, and suddenly I realized I knew exactly how to operate the pods. It was strange. It was a strange, unsettling feeling, as if somewhere deep inside was a version of myself that I didn't actually know.
One of them is lit up.
The one on the left. Is it being used?
The glass is all fogged up. I can't really see inside.
Let's crack it open then.
Yeah.
Quark! Problem is, he hasn't been treated for his Radical 6 yet. So we still need some Accelavir before we get him out of here. But if everything's open, we should be able to treat him, right? Unless Luna has already done that. I suppose that's possible, isn't it? Our feet pounded across the floor of the warehouse.
This is it.
Quark's body bounced in my arms as I ran. His pulse and breathing were normal. He was limp and unconscious, but he was alive. The pod's display had given us a little information on his condition. As far as we could tell, he'd been given an anesthetic, which put him to sleep.
Ready? What's wrong? You're supposed to say, yeah, sure.
Is it really okay for us to just leave?
What the hell is this? You want to stay here? What if Luna kills you too?
What?
Think about it. Alice, Clover, Tenmyoji, the old woman, even Dio and Kay.
Well, to be fair, Dio could have strung up Clover and Tenmyoji. No, but then why would she have written 016 on her thigh? Yeah, never mind.
There's a good chance Luna killed all of them.
Although, now that I think about it, it's possible that Dio was trying to frame Luna because he was aware of the fact that Luna was, in fact, a robot. Given maybe the fact that, I don't know, perhaps, I had something here, but my mind is drawing a complete blank right now. Well, I mean, he came here for a reason, to try and stop the AB plan from doing something. We know that much. And Luna might be a central key point of that plan. And because of that fact, he had intel to know that Luna was, in fact, a robot. But why?
Why doesn't matter. Remember what we saw on Clover's thigh?
016.
And what's that the same number as?
The last 3 digits of Luna's product ID.
Where did we find the old woman's corpse?
In the AB room that Luna came out of.
And if you're right, her brain is in the central computer core.
Well, again, we've also revealed that Dio was trying to move that to take suspicion off himself, too. So, I'm thinking Dio was trying to frame Luna. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's the case. And how's her flow going? Well, we still got whatever that is.
That means she could have easily moved that crane, right? She could have used it anytime she wanted.
That means any alibi she might have for not being able to move that crane is worthless.
Exactly. She must have moved the AB room. Alice noticed it right away. At the very least, that would mean Luna had a reason to try and kill Alice.
To keep her quiet.
She could also have murdered Dio and Kay. Remember their star keys? Luna must have taken them, which puts her in the room with Dio and Kay. You understand, don't you? I admit none of this evidence is conclusive. But look at our options. You, me, Quark, and Luna. Who do you think is the most likely to be the murderer?
I mean, out of those 4, if you want to count Dio out from earlier murder, then it'd be Luna. But if we assume that Dio and Kay had it out and they killed each other, and that Dio is on a mass frame of Luna, it's highly possible that he just framed her. Again, this could be me, my emotions getting in the way of my brain, but I don't know, I think it makes logical sense. And I just really fucking hate Dio, so part of me wants everything to be his fault.
Think this through, Sigma. Luna's a golem. That means she's a robot that's part of this facility, designed to do God knows what. If what you said about golems and the central computer is true, she's basically a puppet of Zero Junior's. There isn't really much of an argument to be made here.
Well, is that necessarily true? Because, I mean, Gollum went against what he was supposed to do and was punished for it.
The only option is to leave her here and get out.
Have you ever heard of the 3 laws of robotics?
A robot may not injure a human being, or through inaction allow a human being to come to harm.
A robot without the 3 laws is just a bunch of metal and plastic.
Okay. You're right. Let's get out of here.
Damn. Don't scare me like that. Okay, I'm going to open it. You ready?
You don't have to ask me. Isn't that what you always say?
Yeah, I guess so. It's time we got out of here. Let's go.
This feels wrong. Then again, Luna can just run out with us, I suppose, if she manages to get here in time, but I have no idea what she's doing at the moment. Maybe she doesn't want to get out. With a heavy, labored groan, the number 9 door began to open. As soon as the gap was wide enough to admit her body, Phi slipped through it. I followed her through, Quark still cradled in my arms. Inside was a massive lift platform, like the kind used to move industrial cargo. Phi turned to face me. I shoved Quark into her arms.
Huh?
Before she could respond, I spun around and ran. What? Sigma, the fuck you doing?
The number 9 door has been opened. It will remain open for 9 seconds.
Sigma! What the hell are you thinking?
I honestly have no clue, Phi. Not a damn clue.
Get back here!
Sorry, Phi. There's something I have to do. Take care of Quark.
No. You don't mean you're going to go find Luna? God damn it, Sigma! Think about what you're doing! Sigma! Listen to me! You can't do this!
I mean, it's pretty clear that he is. Why he wouldn't try to make a better case for Luna and just have them both go look for her to try and get an explanation is beyond me.
The number 9 door has closed. This ends the nonary game. Thank you for your participation. As the game is over, all doors other than the number 9 door have been unlocked. Escape is not possible. Please enjoy your stay.
I had no regrets. In fact, with Phi and Quark's successful escape, I felt a profound sense of relief. One of my objectives had been achieved, and a difficult choice had been made. My mind felt clear and focused, more so than it had in a long time. Alright, time to go. Luna's waiting. Well, Sigma, I'm glad you realize what the fuck you're doing, because I have no clue what's going on at this point. Oh, well, yeah, I figured you'd be going here. Luna, I knew you'd be here.
You knew?
Oh, right. We haven't talked here in this one, huh?
Isn't this nice? This is the only place in this whole facility with anything green. I kind of feel silly saying it, but it makes me think of the great outdoors. I think it's the perfect place for a serious conversation. Being surrounded by nature makes me feel happy.
I'm not sure what you meant just now, but are you talking about something that happened in another history?
Yes, exactly! What?
I know what you can do. Someone told me about it once. They said that you have the ability to transport your consciousness through time.
Who told you that? A little bird told me. Luna looked down at the music box around her neck. Carefully and delicately, she twisted the dial on the bottom.
Sigma, aren't you here to ask me something? Why I killed them, perhaps?
Well, actually, I already know you didn't do it.
Oh? Why do you think I didn't do it? I'd like to know your reasoning.
All right. I nodded and took a moment to compose my thoughts. That I could have told Fi at any moment to try and persuade her to stay, but I guess I wanted to just get rid of her. Might as well start with the old woman. There's no point beating around the bush, I suppose. This particular song sounds kind of like something you'd hear in Phoenix Wright. I know it's unique to this game, but it just... the beginning of that made me think Phoenix Wright immediately. It could be because we're about to, break up a crime scene. And my 3DS is dying, so I should really take care of that. Alright, we're back. Dio killed her.
Why do you think so?
Her left arm had blood splatter all the way up to the elbow. Fumbled that one hard. Her left arm had blood splatter all the way up to her way up to the elbow. Except for a stripe on the wrist that was perfectly clean. What could have caused that? My guess is a bracelet. It got covered with blood and kept her wrist clean. Obviously, none of our bracelets had blood splatter on them, but Dio's bracelet reacted to the luminol. That means Dio's bracelet had to come from the old woman.
Is that your proof? That's why you think Dio killed her?
No, that's only enough to suspect him. After all, he could have just taken the bracelet after someone else killed her.
Then why are you so sure?
Because he's admitted it in other timelines. Because he confessed.
What?
After his bracelet reacted to the luminol, I confronted him.
Alright, fine. You caught me, I did it. I killed the old bitch and took her bracelet.
Wait, when did that happen?
In a different timeline.
Isn't that against the rules?
No, fuck the rules. I exist beyond all space and time. I can take evidence from any other timeline I want and use it to prove my facts. What rules? I hope you're not going to try and bring up Nox's 10 Commandments. Does it really matter if it's against the rules or fair? The truth is the truth. Yeah, fuck Nox and his 10 Commandments. Let's say that Incident P happens, and after that, the timeline splits into A and Timeline B. I don't think it's unfair to base a theory in Timeline A on information found in Timeline B. After all, A and B both came from the same place, P. If you traced history of both timelines, you'd end up back at Incident P. Now, if I could change what happened with Incident P by visiting Timeline A or B, then yes, it'd be a different story. I don't know that it'd be unfair per se, but I'd certainly be breaking some pretty big rules. Like, you know, the principle of causality. I'm sure that Dio killed the old woman, because he has done so in literally several different timelines. By extension, that means you couldn't have killed her. I'm also assuming Dio wasn't originally intended to be part of the nonary game. Somehow he got in and took the old woman's place. That's how he ended up as Quark's partner. This is just an educated guess, but I have a feeling his plan was to replace one of us. I doubt it mattered which one. I have no idea why he would want to do something like that, but I don't know how he did it either. And I don't know how he did it either, rather. But the fact remains that he did. He hid in the warehouse on floor A and waited for someone to come out of one of the AB rooms. That someone turned out to be the old woman. She left Quark asleep in the AB room and came out on her own. Somehow he managed to get close enough to stab her. He did it near the wall. He did it near the wall with the graffiti on it. I'm guessing he stabbed her from behind so that he wouldn't get any blood on himself. As soon as she was dead, he wrapped the knife in a handkerchief. No, wait, actually. He probably took the bracelet first. Then he would have needed to wipe the blood off, so he used the handkerchief for that too. Anyway, the point is he got the bracelet and put it on. Then he wrapped the knife in it and hid it between the rightmost AB room and its neighbor. He probably didn't expect that they'd move, or he would have put it somewhere else. After that, he headed back into the AB room that the woman had left. Quark would have still been fast asleep, so as far as he knew, Dio was there the whole time. This does raise a few other questions, but I'll save those for later. For now, let's move on to the other murders. Well, actually, one of them probably isn't a murder.
What do you mean?
I'm talking about Alice. I'm pretty sure she committed suicide.
All of humanity is going to die. Adults, children, everyone. There won't be anyone left. I'd rather die here.
She'd been infected with Radical 6. I think that infection caused her to take her own life. She used Dio's knife, which she'd found in the warehouse after the AB room moved and exposed it. She took it with her and then used it to stab herself in the crew quarters. So it's possible every time I thought Dio murdered Alice that she just killed herself, but the implement instead of being the scalpel was Dio's knife that he had hid. Huh. Well, I mean, Dio's still a murderer. He murdered the old woman. But still. Next are Clover and Tenmyoji. The first question is, who put the handkerchiefs? Who put the handcuffs on them? The clue is the message Clover left, 016. If you think about it, though, it doesn't make any sense. Clover's left hand was in the handcuffs. That means she would have had to write with her right hand on her right thigh. I feel like that'd be really hard to do, you know? Why not just use your left thigh? The thing is, I think she did. When she died, her legs slumped together, and the message got transferred to the right thigh. We just never saw the original because we didn't bother to check the other leg. In other words, she wasn't trying to write 019. She was trying to write Dio. Ah. With her dying breath, she was trying to tell us the name of her killer. All information you could have used to have Phi, but I guess he wanted to talk alone with Luna and get them out of here and safe. Now, about Kay and Dio. I think there's a pretty good chance Dio killed Kay. Here's how I imagine it happened. Kay probably sprayed Dio's bracelet with the luminol. We found the bottle in Kay's robe. He wouldn't have seen the reaction immediately, but Dio would have known what was coming. As soon as Kay turned the lights off, it would be clear that Dio had taken the old woman's bracelet. My guess is he decided to take preemptive action. When we found their bodies, the lights in the rec room were on. Maybe Kay turned the switch of the lights off, and Dio took that opportunity to attack him. Kay was hurt pretty badly, but he didn't die right away. He probably managed to grab the spear and stab Dio. Then he died. So that accounts for all 6 bodies. None of them your fault.